Kick the great guy. We'll start, and I'm just going to let you be you. Uh,
Thank you, Ryan. I loved hearing what you were saying. I was just taking it all in. So, Stephen, go ahead and introduce me, or I'll introduce myself. How's it going to work?
it's I'm just letting people. We only have 8 minutes, so instead of me saying what you already know best, I'm just letting people come in, do your thing, and then I'll ask you a question at the end. So pay attention. There will be a test.
All right. I'm Dr. Paula Fellingham, and I have been so honored to receive awards from the last four presidents of the United States for my global work. I have co-presented over 400 live events for women in 152 nations. I've niched to half the planet, and I've loved my life, and I teach it, and I've been growing women's networks. My beautiful database of women is 234 million 700,000. And there's a story behind that, how that all came to be. But basically, I've been serving women, teaching women, loving women, learning from women for about 40 years. I'm 76 years young. I have 8 children, and I've written 8 books. So I'd love to share with you today. I'd like to start with a quote by George Bernard Shaw. And he said, "This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, being a true force of nature instead of a feverish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy." He said, "I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It's a sort of splendid torch, which I've got to hold up for the moment, and which I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing on to future generations." Close quote. I love that. So, as you think and answer that question, what is the true joy in your life? What makes you smile? I've known Ken Rashawn for many years and loved him, and I love his mission. And what I do is help women live joyfully and have fulfillment and peace in their hearts. So I'd love to share with you, and this is a loving reminder because you may know this, but when the lives of billions of women are improved, what's going to happen? The countless positive effects will include more female leadership worldwide, better education, and more equality for women and girls worldwide, healthier national economies. And this is based on research. The fourth is stronger families. We know this. And I love the last one, greater global peace. So on September 19th, 2023, the Secretary General at the United Nations, his name is Antonio Guterres, he kind of, he talked to all the member states and he said, there are some things that are absolutely not working. I'd like to quote him because it's powerful and it's important for us to know. He said, the international community seems incapable of coming together to respond to a slew of growing challenges. And he further warned that the world is inching closer and closer to a great fracture. It's reform or rupture, close quote. Now we know we live in turmoil right now, lots of chaos. And so many people are overwhelmed and stressed. And I say, don't do that, because what you are in charge of, what you can control, is your reaction to things. And I know this is just a loving reminder because you know this. However, what I did is I decided that we should have a magnificent, massive global alliance of women. Women who are collaborating. Remember, I've niched to half the planet, so I need to say women and our wonderful supportive men. I've been married 54 years to the love of my life, and 3 of those 8 children are boys. So I understand men. And yet I created Women's Global Alliance so that women who are working on the Sustainable Development Goals, which are the goals for the United Nations and the entire world, the biggest goals on the planet, addressing the biggest challenges on the planet, how do we get them to connect, to collaborate, and then to do what? to measure the progress. And that's what we're doing, Women's Global Alliance. I love the opportunity we now have today, that it's so easy, so much easier than it was 40 years ago when I started my global work, because we have all these wonderful, tools with technology to be able to reach out and ask the questions and say, how can we help you? And what are you doing to improve the lives of the world in whatever challenge you're working on? Because there's clean water, there's no poverty, there's gender equality, there's education for all. And they are, if you don't know about this, the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, created and agreed on by all the member states at the United Nations. So we're talking about smiles here, right? How awesome would it be if we knew that in every one of these major challenges, there's great progress because people, women, and our wonderful supportive men learn how to connect heart to heart, to collaborate, to help each other, and to move forward in strength because of the collaboration, and then measure the progress so that we can see what's been happening. And that's something that has not happened. So I know I don't have much time left, but I'd love to leave you with another quote and talk about it, because at the end of the day, what is it? And I get this question. They say, Dr. Paula, all these years you've been teaching women. Can you narrow it down to one thing? Well, that's a little impossible because I teach total life excellence, helping women in every area of their lives, mental, physical, emotional, their relationships, financial. And yet, what is it that at the bottom, the base of all this, is what should motivate us day after day, and what is so important? And it's all about love. I've got it right there. The Beatles had it right. All you need is love. So Mother Teresa said, spread love wherever you go. First of all, in your own home. Give love to your husband, your wife, your children, your next door neighbor. Now, this is my favorite line and my favorite quote. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face, kindness in your smile, kindness in your warm greeting. So to love ourselves, to recognize that we are enough, no matter what, to love others, no matter what. We're all children of a God who loves us and wants us to be happy. I honor all religions, all spiritual beliefs. And I've been with so many magnificent people for so many decades all around the world. And to love ourselves, to love our God, and to love others unconditionally, without saying, well, he believes that, but love no matter what. So spread love wherever you go. That's from Mother Teresa, one of my heroes.
I have
You,
one thing.
Stephen?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can hear me. In one sentence, give us a technique to relax and control our actions. One
All
sentence.
right, I'd love to do that. So my fifth book is called Believe It, Become It, How to Hurdle Barriers and Excel Like Never Before. So when a negative thought comes in, you label it. Works like a big stop sign. And you just say, ooh, that was negative, that was unkind, that was critical, whatever it was, you say that was, and it's not like me. The second step is to replace it. And this is a loving reminder because we know this, but do we do it? When that negative thought comes in, you say, that was unkind, that wasn't like me. You label it, and then you replace it. If she knew me better, she never would have said that thing about me. I need to become her friend, whatever that replacement is. And then
Right on.
for everyone who regrets
No,
things
I,
that
I
they did in the back, I
that's
mean, before, in their lives before, which is all of us,
yeah, but we got
you
to stay
just
on.
say,
So I'm going to have to cut you, but thank you so much. We'll have you on again so we can talk about that specifically, the techniques.
sure.
Amazing. I really like the control actions thing. That was amazing. That's what I got out of it. There was a ton of stuff, but that's what I picked. So
All
thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you, Stephen.
Have
Appreciate
a
it.
successful